Hello, it's Nancy today. I'm in the house stressing, so I decided I would come outside. It's been very bitter out, but actually it doesn't feel too bad because the sun is on me. It's warm. I'm going to walk my labyrinth. See how deep our snow is now? Not very deep. I think I'm going to go to the center. No, I guess I won't do that. I'll do it the right way. Blinding, isn't it? This is called snow blindness. You're out here and you can't see anymore because it's too white. I'm out of breath. I don't have a lot of breath today. You can really see the terraces well. You see how blue the shadows are? Perfectly blue. When you're painting, shadows are blue even in the other color seasons. There's tracks going up the hill. Something has been up there. See, I can see a little bit of the dent of where I came the other day. You know, I could just go in a circle all around and around and around. I think I'm going to do that. Just for fun. Just because I can. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. I can go around things because it's my circle. I can do whatever I want. I'm all grown up. It's pretty darn bright out here. See, when there's deep snow, you can go across everything. You can go across the bushes and everything. You know what? I think I'm going to go back the other way now. That's a little bush, and that's in the way. And that's a pile of straw I didn't move. Oh, we'll go back this way now. I don't know if it matters if you go one way and then the other. Labyrinths are good for you though. They take your mind off everything. See, I got all these projects I want to do. And then none of them I can really do. So, like the first step of each project, I don't really need to do the whole project. I just need to do some of it. I went and got wood for doing Willem's office floor. I know it's my grand opening today, but, well, what back? Let's go this way some more. Yeah, so he brought it all in for me, put it on the table. So I immediately wanted to just open it and put it on the floor, but before you do that, you have to get the underlay on, and before you do that, you have to get the furniture out of the way. Before you do that, the edge of the last flooring really needs to be trimmed even. And I'll then go the other direction with this layer. Look at how sparkly the snow is. It's 0 Fahrenheit out here. But it's not cold on my hands because there's no wind. And also because there is no, the sun is on my hands. I'm just going to go wind my way into the center this time. It's less trouble. It's not a labyrinth, it's a spiral. So anyway, so then there's this floor. So I asked Willem if he would trim those edges, and he's going to. So that takes care of that problem. Now, I'm going to end up too close to that, so I think I'm going to double back here. I'm also tired of going in this direction. I don't know why. And so he's going to take care of that, so then I'll just be able, that's the first step of that. I don't have to worry about anything else. But I'd like to also, getting into the center here, I want to hang up an antler to hang my coat on. The place I need to hang it, I need to drill through the antler, make a hole, and then put a peg through it. But I need my drill. I can't find any drill bits. I've got my screwdriver bits, you know, but that's not what I need. So actually I came outside to go in the greenhouse to find them. It would be better if the greenhouse was not open on the end anymore. It's going to blow it down one day. We won't think about that, we'll just walk our labyrinth. So here's the center, and under here somewhere is the sign. So now I'll go backwards. I'll smash down what I already did. Heard a sound over there. I don't have a dowel. I don't think. I think I do have some dowels though, actually. I think I did buy some. So maybe I could cut a dowel and drill my hole through the antler and then through the cupboard side and hang up my antler. What's the time on here? 8 minutes. Dresses all the time, and they do stay nice and warm around my ankles, and I'm all nice and warm. You don't have to wear pants. In fact, pants are colder because you only have a little bit of space for insulation between your leg and the pant. But a skirt, you have lots of space, and it's quite warm in there, so I don't get cold. See my turnaround? Here I come. Time to turn around again. That is a kind of nice labyrinth, isn't it? It needs help. Lots and lots of help. Oh, I must be out of room. Hi, Mal. away from that bird. Look at this. There's something that must be living down underneath the wood pile. Yeah, there's snow everywhere. But here there's a hole, and look at the frost coming out of the hole. Isn't that interesting? I have on snowshoes, or else I would be able to. Maybe I can. Something living in there, you think? Or is it just the wood under here? Interesting, eh? I might as well go snowshoeing. I'm on the side of the greenhouse. See, there's a couple more holes there. That's a nice labyrinth, isn't it? It's kind of a spiral. There's two loops. One loop is there. Another loop is over here. I'll join in on it. One nice thing about having a shop at home is that you can do whatever you want and you don't have any customers. Of course, if you never have any customers, then it sort of... Isn't that beautiful? What an awesome labyrinth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rings in my labyrinth. The top of the pumpkin. That's kind of a photograph, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to take a photo of it. Goodbye. Hi, I was in the middle of telling you all the things that are broken. Well, we've covered the iPod, which I think if I hooked it up again, I might be able to... There's something called iPod Share or SharePod on the internet. If you can download that, then I might be able to take all my music that's on the iPod and put it on my computer, which has nothing on it anymore. Anyway, that's one situation. Now, another thing that is broken. Yesterday, my dear sweetheart got up from the couch, and the laptop was on our little coffee table bit, and it fell on the floor. So now it gives me 5 lines over and over and over. Some kind of an I do not work anymore signal message. So, and I had that little E because the battery on my laptop doesn't work, and I wanted to be able to use it in my teepee, go out in the woods and sit. So I have that little E, and the cord of it got stuck in my chair when I closed my chair. You know, one of those recliner things. Hey, I did it all. I'm done. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should do it again. I'll have to go out now to come back in. So I don't want to mess up all my pathway. Get some big turnaround marks in there. So I will turn around right here. I could walk to the car, and that would be as good as shoveling the path. See, that was the path I made yesterday, going around the house. I wonder how the teepee's doing. I don't know if I want to open it again. So anyway, so my E cord is cut. So my E does not have any power. And I can't plug it in. I have to fix the cord. I have to splice it. See how this keeps all the snow off? That was out here in the weather. I had to back it up. Hey, Lily! Was that your footprints on the labyrinth? See, this is where the car was. I guess Willem would probably like a pathway to go to the trampoline. He often jumps on it. Look at how deep that hole is. I don't want to get too close, or I'll get stuck in there. So you've got to make sure when you do this that you pick your feet up. Otherwise, if you just go slide them forward, you'll trip. I've done that. That's why I know. So smooth, isn't it? Looks so beautiful. I like my balls in the tree. There's the labyrinth. Isn't she sweet? Ain't she sweet? I saw her walking down the street. Now I ask you very confidential. Ain't she sweet? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Snow in the boot. Snow in the boot will result in cold leg. Yep, one follows the other. It's called cold leg syndrome. Okay, so we're going to go again. This is where I would have come in. See how nicely flattened down it is? You go once and you leave these tracks in between the snowshoes, but you go the second time and it seems to cut them off. So I guess there's not very many things broken. I mean, you know, really, if I think about it, it's the iPad and 2 laptops. I mean, there's still the old desktop. Hey, there's Lily. Hi, Lily. Uh-oh, you're going to come make a new path, aren't you? Oh, you're so smart. No, you're not. Hello. Don't you wreck all my paths, puppy doggy. You're a nice dog, you know, Lily. Oh, I love you. I do. You don't have to lie down. It's okay. You'll just get a cold bum. Look at how he went in the same path. Perfect. We mustn't mess up my paths, you know, Lily dear. Just checking for food, are we? The window is frozen, so I can't throw out any compost for him. He does like my compost. That was my path last time. This is my path this time. Have you noticed how convenient it is to watch the sunset? That's right, it happens in the middle of the afternoon. Yep, there's no excuse. You can't say you're too tired. Nope, you can go watch the sunset every day, even if it's just going to that window. Yep, you can even watch the sunrise. Rises after breakfast and everything. So you gotta look at these things positively. Today is a winter solstice. The shortest day of the year. That's right, it doesn't matter where you live. I bet those folks in Alaska are glad to see the back of the solstice. I think it would be nice to live where it's sunny all day and all night. I think I could enjoy that. But I'd have to be a snowbird. See how pretty this is. Too bad bad I didn't get that sign up when it was just first stowed. I could have it sitting on that little post. You know, I thought of putting markers all along the sides so I could see where my paths are. And then I could just easily remake them. But I guess it doesn't matter because they go away anyway. And in the summer, you know, I tried to do a labyrinth in the summer, but it only came over to about here. Because this is the hill. And the hill is covered with its own plants. And it's over the little garden. See where those things are? That's where the tomatoes were. Tomatoes are. See if there's any tomatoes on there? Nope. You know what happened? I went and looked at the numbers today. Those are the numbers on my main page. Under all the words, under all the writing. Down at the bottom it says number such and such. And so I've been on the most viewed Canadian, within the most viewed 100 by the day and the week and the month for a few months now. I don't know how many months. But last night I was on the most viewed comedians, period. Didn't say Canada. So that's like the 100 most viewed comedians in the world. Or in the English-speaking world or something. I was number 93. Can you believe that? I'm not even funny. You guys are just nice. Hey, look it. I'm in the middle. Almost. Da-da-dum-dum-dum. Oh, wait. I wasn't supposed to come in this way. I'm not in the middle. I'm this way. Oops. False alarm. Sorry about that. It's so nice to bring you out here with me. You can't bring a person out here like this with you because then they got to worry about snowshoes and everything. But I keep all of you in a camera. You're so convenient. Wouldn't it be nice if you could always keep all your friends in a convenient little camera in your pocket? I think it's great. Well, that's all the news I'm going to share with you at the moment. There is no other news. I just said that so you would think there might have been. But you can do this outside. You can do this at home. You can just find an open place in your field, walk the big outside of it, and then you can spiral inward or you can make switchbacks and you can walk it with snowshoes on. These are beaver tail snowshoes that I have on. These great big ones. I think they cost a fortune. I don't know because these aren't really mine. These are Mary's. Thank you, Mary. Okay, I'm going to go. Goodbye. Hello, it's Nancy today with my winter hat. Before snowshoeing, before I had snowshoes, I would come outside and look around, and the snow was way too deep everywhere. And so I just turn around and go back inside. And there's ice on the road near the end of our driveway usually. Not always, but sometimes. So going down the hill was kind of difficult. Of course, I couldn't go through the woods or across the fields or anything. And if I hadn't shoveled any pathways around the house, my only possibility was go to the car and back. That was the full extent of my ability to walk. But then we had snow and I have snowshoes. And so now I can go anywhere I want. But when it's really cold like this, if you take a walk and you go far away, you always get cold and then you want to come back. At least I do. I go far enough that I'm freezing and I still have to get back. One time I went to the marsh and it's frozen and I thought, oh, I'll walk the upper stream. Well, I went right through. And of course I always wear skirts and I got wet. Well, I think it went in up to my thigh. And or halfway between my knee and my top of my leg. I went in that deep and of course my skirts got all splashed with water. And my boot was full of water and it was ice water. Really cold ice water. And so oh, that's moving way forward over there. Anyway, and so I then had to rush home. I thought, oh my gosh, I have to get home as fast as possible because otherwise I am going to get completely frozen. And sure enough, within a minute or two, it was negative 20 out, or 0 Fahrenheit, something like that. Because, oh come on, you really shouldn't use scarves when you're putting on a new binding for your snowshoes. Now, what was I saying? Getting all steamed up here. I was saying something of utmost importance. Ah, yes. So I was out there walking along and I got into the water. I had to run home. So I didn't have snowshoes on. So it was snow and water. Hey, I'm done with the labyrinth. I did the whole thing in and out. Well, I'm going to cheat and cross it over here and go again. So, my skirt was like a hoop skirt because it was frozen solid. And by the time I got home, I was so cold. Everything was numb and it was so painful. This was the last time I ever walked in the marsh woods in the winter. Ever. Long time. Anyway, so, you know what? I think I'm going to end up coming out the same way I came. Cutting across onto this didn't do me any good because now I just have to go. I'm going to come to the same spot on the path. Anyway, so the long and the end of the story is, if I go for a walk outward, I have a hard time getting back. Guess I have to come out here to turn around. Unless I want to go this way. I'll turn around this way as Lily's turns. Lily the dog. Okay. Now I'll go this way. See, Lily's tracks are here. Boy, the wind is bitter on my face going this way. Oh, cold, icy wind. So the long and the short of it is, now that I have snowshoes, I can be on the snow. And because I have snowshoes, I can make labyrinths. See, I could make another labyrinth over there. I could even just cross over there and make a labyrinth there. That would be fun. Anyway, I didn't used to be able to. I mean, if you make labyrinths, you can make them as big as you want. And you can just keep walking and walking and walking and walking and walking. Now I'm going to cheat again. I'm going to step onto this and onto that. And I'm going to step over here. So I'm going to put myself out there into the ring. Even though it's bitter cold. I'm going to make a second labyrinth. Yeah, I am. The kids all might come home for Christmas and they might sled on that field. Oh well. Breaking new snow. Look how deep it is. You have to be careful not to put your feet forward underneath the snow and trip yourself and fall down and get your legs all icy. My flag is under here somewhere. Okay, so let's make a big labyrinth. Let's just go this way, and we're on this outside ring of the labyrinth now. Wonder how far I'll go. Either before I fall down or before I get snow everywhere in my legs. I'll make a big round labyrinth. It's gonna be 1,000,000 miles long. And then of course the snow will blow and it'll all be obliterated. This is fun. I'm ruining all the perfect snow. This is the jump. When they come down the hill, they always get to this point and jump. Right there. Oh, look at my house. It's so pretty. Isn't it wonderful how snow covers up your entire mess? It does. You can look at the snow blowing when I walk. I don't know if you can see it on account of the focus of my camera is not as good as it could have been. When your snowshoes come up, and they've got lots of snow on them, it's a little difficult. Well, now I have two choices. I could match up with that and go back, or I could just keep going. Let's keep going. Right. So we'll get to here and we'll do a turnaround thing. And we'll leave enough to come and go back in the middle of it. I'm leaving more than enough room there, aren't I? Hello, I'm walking this labyrinth in the field. See? So far, it goes around the outside, round and round and around the outside. Then it makes a big loop and comes back. You see? It goes all the way around to there, and then that loop goes back toward the outside, but with enough room for another. See, and then here I come. Let's see. So I'm making a path beside this path with enough room to come back beside it. This is the first switchback, you see? And I'm making a switchback inside of it. Uh-oh. My shoestring fell off again. Okay, away we go. Again. That's the only hazard of snowshoeing, is that if your snowshoes come off, this snow is obviously very deep. If I'm making trenches that are 8 inches deep there, then there's probably a lot of snow underneath it too. When you start turning in these corners, that's often the time when a snowshoe binding will fall off. Now I'll just go straight down the middle of these two. Uh-oh. Binding came off again. There. Definitely some heavy-duty trudging happening here. The first time around is the hardest. See, the second time, it's a lot easier. Because you don't have to break the trail again. Look at these ridges where the snow blows. Those tall things are mowing. I must have a problem. You know, I breathe very heavy, very hard, quite a lot. I always assumed it's just because I was fat. On account of my Renaissance figure. I just heard on the radio. Oh, what's the time? Oh, I got time. I just heard on the radio. For those of you who are still with me, who are not bored out of your minds and gone to watch something exciting. I don't know why it's comedian that I call myself, because I'm not funny. Anyway, bird houses, bird feeders. If you want to feed your birds, if you want to get different kinds of birds, millet will bring snowbirds. That would be awesome to have snowbirds at my feeder. What am I going to do here? I cannot put one foot on each side of it. That's a tall thing. I have to wreck my pathway before I'm even very far. I'll try going over it. Hope nobody minds. I broke the mullein. I think I'm going to go straight over this one too. Actually, I didn't break it. I just bent it. And here, I didn't really leave enough room to go between these switchbacks. See, there's two switchbacks, one inside each other. I go all the way around. So I'll have to try very hard not to break the walls of either of these. And now I go back this way. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Trudging right along. In a labyrinth to be. Alright, this is probably going to be a 15 or 20 ring labyrinth. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rings. So that's what 4 rings looks like from the other side. 4, 8, 16, maybe 24 rings. We shall see. As I trudge along through this deep snow. Thank goodness snowshoes keep you up a bit so you don't have to go all the way to the bottom of the snow. You know, to get out of here I have to go back the way I came. It's a lot of trudging. Unless I wanted to do a switchback from here, I could do that. I could, instead of going and doing all the switchbacks at that side, I could make a switchback right here. I'm going to do that. I have to go in a bit so I have room for another switchback on the inside of that. Okay, that should be good. This one doesn't feel like it's on very tightly. Okay, how's our time? 8:29. Okay, so we're going to have one going on that side of that. We could actually have two on that side of it, couldn't we? And now one is going to have to go inside of those and one on this side, so I'll come this way. And I'll do switch back here. I have to leave room to go past again when I come out of the switchback. I guess I probably have rosy cheeks by now, don't I? As long as you're not frostbitten. I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Hello, it's Nancy today. I did a 12 ring labyrinth out here in the field. Can you come from? And this is the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the center is 12. I did it! Now it's time to walk out of it. I'll have to put my mitten back on. And hear the wind. Ooh, look at the wind blowing across it all. But I'm on my way out now. Oh, it's a lot easier to walk this way on where it's already open. Okay. if you walk to the outside of your turns, easiest. Oopsie. That was the center right there. And I've gone around and back here. I made lots of switchbacks. It's coming apart again. I can't go very far without fixing them, can I? I thought I had them all patched up so they wouldn't fall off anymore, but I guess not. I think the back is getting too loose or something, which is letting me slide down there. Okay. Okay, here we go again. See how nicely packed down they are compared to this one? See, the ridge in the middle will be broken off as my snowshoe comes along. I guess that's the inside ring of the switchback, you know. Yeah. Once they start falling off, they seem to fall off more and more often. Beautiful flakes. I'm glad you're out here with me. It's kind of a long way to go out there, isn't it? So I've been going for 4 minutes since I left the center. 4 minutes and something. 4 minutes and counting. I'm flopping off of this snowshoe again. You got your snowshoes on too? How are your bindings? Uh-oh, I'm falling down into the snow there. That's because I'm down in the valley part and there's more drifting down here. So I was in the center and it's been 6 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows in 6 minutes. Of course, I'm not done with the 7th row. It's just where I am. Oh wait, I didn't do everything. Oh yeah, that's from the inside. See, I got a switch back there. And I got a switch back there. And a switch back there. And way over on the other side, there's 2. And there's another one there. There's probably a proper name for them in labyrinth, professional labyrinth circles. Not to make a pun, but I like puns. I don't know why people say, sorry about the pun. I think puns are great. Keeps everybody on their toes. I like these mullins. Should we call this mullen labyrinth? I think there should be a other name for it. Yeah, that one's ever far. My hat came off. That's my chin. As long as it didn't turn white yet. I don't have frostbite. Red is okay. It doesn't work when I pull my hat in. I should tie this or sew it to the inside of my hood. Well, no, then I've got to always wear my hood. Okay. I'm going to go at it again. But I can go it alone. See you later. Bye. Hello. I did it. I finished the labyrinth. Want to have a look? Look how clean it looks. It's walking it in and walking it out. Really packs it down. This is one thing you can't do in Florida. And now, see, this is where it's only been walked once. See how big the trench is in between? But there it's been packed nicely because I walked it twice. Now if you try and walk this with shoes or boots, you go in about 6 inches probably, maybe more. Pretty cool, eh? I like this one. I don't know what I'm going to call this one. I need names for this labyrinth. Okay, bye. I figured out the answer to my snowshoe problem. I have tied a piece of rope around here, and then it comes back and it goes around my leg. Put a loop on the end of it and then winched it tight. Did the same thing on this one. So that should hold the front of my snowshoes over my boots. My bindings. Okay, it's 3:15 or something, so the sun is going to set very soon. So I'm going to go for a walk on these labyrinths now. Want to come? I know it can be kind of boring for you, but Diane says she likes being on the labyrinth with me. Put my gloves in the wrong pockets. It's a raw day. It's very cold, very wet or damp. Dry cold is not bad, but damp cold. goes right through you. You know how it is when it's, I used to think when it was 40 degrees Fahrenheit and raining, oh, it was the worst temperature in the world. Seems like that's what it was in Georgia a lot. Okay, here we go. Now I have two labyrinths here. I have this one and the other one, which I am naming, thank you very much, Snowway Labyrinth. Snowway. So let's go to Snowway now. So we have to go on the outside of this labyrinth to get there. Oh, it's cold up here. The wind is blowing on me. How is this working? Working fine. Okay, here we go. Snowway Labyrinth. I like Snowway. Snowway? Snowway. I'm still sinking down in a couple of inches, which means that it's packing tighter. This is Mullen Grove. Mullen Grove. Look at all the mullen seeds. Tiny, eh? It's from hitting this plant as I walk by it. Or over it. So, shall we have a visit? I worked on that lantern this morning, or today sometime, and I've also been working with soap making with crayons. Using Crayola non-toxic crayons, I made a batch orange, which is melonberry. It smells like cantaloupe. I thought that was the perfect name for it. And then, oh, there's my house. Isn't that nice? Teepee back there, teepee over there. Birds everywhere. Anyway, so then I thought, well, I'll make some bergamot. Bergamot is a really pretty flower that is called bee balm. I think that's the right one. Anyway, I used a red crayon because it's a red flower. And I melted the red crayon, but then when I added it, there was a little chunk, and it kept getting ground up in the stick blender, but not ground up all the way. So when I finished it, I put the bergamot fragrance in, and then I put it in the crock pot with something else that's in there. The last half of the other batch I made, or the last fifth, I guess. The last pound. This is good for me to go for a walk. I don't get out much in the winter. I really like these labyrinths. It's a pretty place. Now this too seems to have slipped forward somewhat. And this is tight on my toes. Doesn't make sense. Oh well. That's our time. I made 2 movies today. Or maybe 3. And they were too long. I was really scattered today. Couldn't think. Look at this one. It's not a shadow. Those are all seeds. Mullen seeds. Interesting, eh? Because I've disturbed them as I touch them. Look at that. It's full of seeds. Well, maybe it's also from the wind. Anyway, it's interesting. I can see into my room up there. Oh, that's a hat. Ah, yes, hats on the walls. All right. So what were we saying? So I have this batch of bergamot. I used up all my bergamot fragrance. I put it in there, and so it's red. Actually, first I put it in a tube, and then I realized that I had put all the fragrance in that half, and the other half with the, or that part, and the other part with the chunks in it didn't have any fragrance. So then I dumped some of it back out of the tube into the, and I tried to mix them together, and then I put them in the crock pot, and then there was a little more room in the crock pot, so I scooped out a little more of it and put it in there too. And so what's in the tube now is of course a great big mess. Plus, while I was putting it in the tube, Willem phoned. He had questions about Christmas presents, and I was busy with my hands all full of this stuff. Had my gloves on this time, and anyway, that whole tube is kind of a mess. But I like cooking it in the crock pot. I don't know if that's called hot process. I'm not sure what hot process is. But I know that if you cook it in the crock pot and then put it into your mold, you can use it right away. And that's so much better. I could give these for Christmas presents in the next few days. You know, these are ones they can use right away. How's our time? Alright, I'm signing off. It's Nancy today. You can do this at home. You can do anything. Bye. Hello, my batteries are going to die because it's so cold out here. So I wanted you to see the stream. This is at the bridge. Isn't that beautiful? And there's the teepee. The chairs have been knocked over, and the snow and ice have filled this place up. Look at how it makes the edge of the stream. Look at how it makes those bumpy areas, like ice pellets or ice balls. Oh look, and there's another stream coming through there. That's the melting runoff. That's not the true stream. This is the upper stream, which goes all the way around across. This is the lower stream. And that one is just runoff from the thaw we had. Looks like the wind we had the other day knocked a bunch of the logs, the boards off of the teepee. Isn't that pretty? Such a lovely stream. The beavers made that bridge for me. Ooh, it's cold when the trees crack. You can hear the pileated woodpecker. You can tell his sound. It's a different sound than the other woodpeckers. Now, do I dare go across to this just to show you? Let's see. This is solid ice, I hope. I don't have on proper footwear for going down into the snow. it looks like it's pretty solid here. I might end up with frozen toes. No, see, I'm on top of about a foot of snow. Maybe 2 feet. See? I'm not going in because it's thawed so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my, look how low it is. It's because this is so high. Okay, here we go. Into the teepee. I have some ice in here. The hammock looks good. There's no snow in the hammock. You notice that? Okay. We'll just sit down here. I'm in my hammock, in my teepee. I don't like this teepee all covered up so much. Doesn't look all that covered up, does it? Those are hides I should get when I warm up. My poor frozen feet. Pretty cool, eh? That ladder's not going anywhere till spring. Well, this is just lovely. Yes, indeed. We lie down here. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's the way to go traveling, you know. Have a hammock at have a hammock where you're going to go walk. So when you get there, you can relax. You see, you can look out and see the sun rising. I think we might even have a blue day today. Hard to tell from here. Isn't that cool? Okay, I better go. It might be 10 minutes. I turned off the view thing so I wouldn't, use up the batteries. Hello, it's Nancy today. It's time for our daily look at the stream. Now, it was negative 20 last night. I think it's negative 15 or something now, which is somewhere around 0 or something Fahrenheit. See that in the middle there? You can see there's a top layer and a stem and a bottom layer. This is from what the ice has been doing with the level of the stream. Okay, let's go look at this side now. Hope we're still on. Are we still on? Yep. Okay, this is frozen over. And look at these very interesting crystals. You can hear it under there. Now, can you get a good sight of this? Okay, goodbye. Oh, there's snow in my chair. Well, this is my cocoon chair. I'm going to try and sit on it, but I have to have my skis, my snowshoes pointing the right way. If I turn around and then back into it, it might work best. There, I think so. See if I can get on there. If I fall down on the ground, I fall down. Hey, look, I'm not going to fall. I can swing. I like being outside in the winter on my swing. See that butterfly? I did my whole labyrinth. I did it back, all one in and out. I did. So now I'm all tired out. I have to put these underneath me. properly. Otherwise I won't be able to stand up later. There. They're pretty straight now. Almost. Okay. I really enjoyed reading to the children. I think I'm going to go find a whole bunch of Indian stories, old legends, and read them to the children. They're such good stories, and they're not copyrighted. Yay! I have to be so careful what I use on YouTube. But I guess other people are putting all kinds of stuff on there. They're putting pirated TV shows on everything, so I suppose they're not going to come and find little old me. But you never know, and if they do, they delete your channel, and I don't want to lose all my videos. Not worth it. So that was for my little grandson Lucas, if his mommy has a computer and can show it to him, and little Claire, and there's other people. April's children love watching Nancy today, so I'm going to make stuff for the children. Isn't that nice? That's right. I like children. I know lots of good song games for children, like the things that we used to do at playgroup. I used to be the nursery leader at church, so I've done a lot of that stuff. And I had 5 kids, so I did a ton of it. That's fun stuff to do. I remember sitting out here watching my monarch butterfly chrysalises pupate. Those are those little things that the monarch butterflies make and the caterpillars make. They get in them, and then after they've been in them for a month or something, then the outside shell hardens and it gets clear, and you can see the monarch leaves wings through it, and then they start to take it off. It is so cool to watch them come out of there, emerge. I raised 150 of them a couple years ago. I did that by collecting the eggs from the milkweed plants. And then I came and sat out here on that very spot, which looks like it's very full of snow, and I made a video of it. Made lots of videos of them, but I would think they're rather boring, and so I don't have them up here. They might be on Teepee Woman. If you go to Teepee Woman, that's my other YouTube channel. That's where I put stuff before I was Nancy Today. You know, now I have to be careful what I put on here. I can't just put boring stuff on. No, I have to put rambling, old woman talking sort of stuff, you know. I like this noise it makes when I swing. Now don't get seasick. Oh, you hear my little chimes? Where does those chimes go? Oh, they're there. Oh, they're right here. Aren't they pretty? My sister bought them for me. And then when I was at her house in California, she gave me another set that were somewhere at her house. I think they are way up the hill. I can't turn around because of my snowshoe. My snowshoe's getting stuck on that log. Come on, let's turn around. This is how you fall down too when you're walking. Up there on that stump, you see up there on the overturned stump with the balls? I have another chime up there, but it looks like it's not ringing anymore. I wish I would fix up the holes in my teepee. Why don't I do that? Then I could go in there and light a fire and be nice and warm. So what are you doing today? Write to me and tell me what you're doing. Then I'll get another idea about what I could be doing. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm having a party all by myself. See the ocean? See, that's the sand dunes. Or the ocean. Hey, speaking of ocean, Lost is on tonight. It's the first episode. I hope they show us what's going on the island. I'm not really interested in all that anger and war stuff on the mainland. I want to go back to the island and see what's up with Sawyer, and I guess Saeed got off the island, didn't he? I really like Saeed. I like him because he can tell if somebody's telling the truth or not. I like that. And Sawyer with all those nicknames. You can go on YouTube and type in nicknames, Sawyer nicknames, and you'll get, there's a video of all these nicknames, all clips put together. They're very funny. At least I think it's funny. I might have favorited it. Perhaps. Probably. I favorite whatever I like. Who else do you like on there? I kind of like that cabin in the woods. I like the jungle, especially when it's winter here and you can watch all those Lost episodes. My kids have downloaded them for me, so I've been watching them. I watched them all winter one year. I like Lost. I've done Lost trivia. Have you ever tried that? On Facebook, it's one of those applications that you can add to your profile. So I added Lost trivia, and I was playing that for a long time. And I think there's 450,000 or 500,000 people playing it now. And you want to know what my score is? Get this. It was 52. 52 out of 450 or 500,000 people. That took a lot of wasted hours, didn't it? Think of the time. But then, when I stopped for a day or two, people would pass me. It was so hard when I was into the 100 to get down and then get down. And finally, I got way further, and I was like 52. And now I haven't done it for a while, and so I went up to 70. And now, I think I was 80 the other day. Oh, 83, and I worked on it all afternoon. And I only got down to 80. 52 might be the highest I'll ever have gone on that. I really like Lost. I really like it. It's in the jungle. You know, it's in Hawaii. It's filmed in Oahu. And I was in Kauai once. And so I recognize, you know, the jungle and the waterfalls. I think some of it must have been filmed in the same places that they filmed other films. Have I used up too much time? No, look at that. As long-winded as I am, I'm only 8 minutes in. Yeah, can you endure another 2 minutes? I don't know. You like looking at my scarf? I had to pull it right off the needles because my son he had no hat for school. So I just pulled it right off the needles. You see that? I never even closed it down. So it could all unravel if I pull too hard. So I better not. Hey, it's a little bit small. So maybe pulling too hard would be a good idea because it would unravel one strand all the way back. And then it would be bigger. Or it might unravel everything. I should dump that out. I have another hammock over here. That one's my hammock, and this one is for Willem, or for whoever else is around. You see, I have to change hammocks when I'm sitting out here in this summertime because the sun is so hot. And so this one will be in the shade until middle afternoon, and then this one will be in the shade for the rest of the day. See my chairs over there? That's where I sit in the wintertime and abricate in the sunshine. But can you tell how long it's been since I went and sat there? We should go have a look at that. You would probably like to see that. But that will be another video, and for now, I'm rocking. There's something really nice about rocking. It makes squeaking noises. You like squeaking noises? I have so many ideas this year. Usually I don't have a lot of ideas in the winter. I just sort of veg out and watch episodes of things. I like House and Bones and Lost. Those are my favorite ones. And now I've been watching 24. 24 is so suspenseful. So when there's a really tense thing going on, I just turn the sound off. And then it's like, oh, the suspense is all done by the music. You know that, eh? Get rid of the music and the suspense is gone. It's just pictures. Hey, I'm going to go now. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Sorry I got the chair and you have to stand up. Next time I'll let you have the chair. Goodbye. Hello, I'm in the center of my labyrinth. Look at my post, how it's all covered up. That's the center. Isn't this lovely? Of course, I had to make it all again. But I did it, and this camera is turning off any minute. You just never know. It's nice out here. It's not too cold. Hello, it's me again. I want to show you my stream. It's been thawing out here. So the stream is now completely open. Let me just show you. Isn't that lovely? Soon this will be an island again. When everything melts and floods. It's supposed to have a lot of flooding. And there she is. That's my teepee. That is Sedge Meadow teepee, which is sitting in Sedge Meadow. Can you see the hammock inside? And that's my labyrinth, which I haven't walked on for a while, so it's not really there. Okay, I gotta go start driving again. Isn't it lovely? It's been melting, and so there's a lot of snow missing, but along here it's not so bad. Ooh, getting gooey on here, isn't it? Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Let's see if I can show you this side here. Oh, look at that. That big thing that was in the middle, that big tower we had all winter. That was my lawn chair that was sitting up here beside the road, and it blew in one day. And it was in there all winter. It's a metal lawn chair. I'll have to get that out. Oh, look at it. Lily's up there waiting. Okay, Lily, you gotta move out of the way. Amazing. There's my teepee. But I pushed that thing up too high, and now the water's all going to go in the top. Hello, Lily. How's the puppy? Hello, Lily. Hello. Hey, get your feet off my car. That's good. Yuck. Okay, see you later. Okay, let's try the second time. This is Everfar Labyrinth, which I'm trying to make without making too big a mess. But it's very hard to do without a pattern on the ground. And I usually mess up. But it's better to mess up when there's not much snow than once you've got tons of snow. They got their brakes on going into Ottawa. Pretty dingy up there. We're deep under the blankets because it's winter. can feel the grass under here. Nice and soft. See, if I make it big enough, you can get exercise out here. I think this is supposed to be the exit, so I did it wrong. Unless, here, this is what I'm supposed to do. I go from there, I go down here. That's it. Let's make the track show that. Somehow, because I'm completely mixed up again. But now we're starting it instead of getting out. So where's the cross? See, the cross would be this part here and that part there. I went down around it instead of going up over it. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. But I made a giant one in the field the other year without worrying about it. It was just fine. Just finely. Alright, well that's it for the labyrinth. Goodbye.